No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Monday, September 29th. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Should we start the Aaron Rodgers way?
Go for it.
You don't want to start it? You already had your skull smash?
Uh-huh.
What happened? He got caught doing smelling salts on the sidelines this weekend?
I don't even know if it was this weekend. I just saw a thing on Instagram where it popped up. Said, watch Aaron Rodgers rip this smell salts before throwing a pass to DK.
And did he
did.
Connect?
Oh, yeah. Nice little slant pass all the way in for a touchdown.
Right. Is that technically a performance enhancement to where, like, the NFL is like, hey, that's cheating. Don't do that.
Or it better be mandatory from now on.
I know.
Every QB. Ripping the salts.
Right. And I'm sure they do. You know, I know that it gives the competitive edge for bodybuilders and stuff. Good morning, everybody. We have a lot to get to this week, and I'll tell you what our listener base hears in a little bit. But first, we had an insane weekend of weather all over the state, which, obviously brought temperatures down, which is great. And this whole late monsoon, you kind of felt like it was a little off. Like, oh, okay, we're having a monsoon later than normal. Everything's going to be fine, right? And then the monsoon's like, hold my beer. And no, it's not. They just decimated parts of the valley up in north in Phoenix. You see, like,
it's our globe.
Well, we're gonna get to globe, but like, like in Phoenix and stuff, they were knocking down like light poles and everything. It looked like a tornado went through. They said there was a tornado warning in parts of Arizona, which is like, okay, yeah, we never had tornadoes before, but apparently that's a thing. 65-mile-per-hour wind, and then yes, you're right, globe. Unfortunately got nailed with massive flash flooding, which, actually led to a few people passing away, and they're searching for more people right now. So our thoughts go with the citizens of Globe there, because it's not too far away. And I always love that little town. These little, Arizona towns are some of my favorites. When I go on road trips, I'm just like, gosh, I wish I could, in an ideal world, just stay here for like a month. And just be a part of these like little small town locals. But did you see
bars?
Yeah, did you see the videos of Globe and the flooding that went through? It's crazy because you look at that and you think that could be anywhere else in the world. You never look at that and think, oh, that's Arizona,
right?
Straight
out of like Indonesia during some crazy flooding. Like, wow, that's crazy,
right? Yeah. And so the mayor, is they're open for any kind of donations, there's been help coming in to kind of reestablish and recover. And it could have been a lot worse. And that's the scary thing, is it could have been a lot worse. But that's just the flooding of just the rain around the area. When the rain came down, it came down hard and heavy. I went up to Mount Lemmon on Saturday to try to check out the Oktoberfest. Mm-hmm. And I went up there right when the rain started dumping down and kind of canceled the Oktoberfest at the ski lift.
Just sad people with lederhosen walking down.
Yes.
Drenched.
Yeah. You ever see a soaked person lederhosen with like half a brat in their mouth?
Right.
Tears. You assume tears running down their face, but it could be rain.
Stein full of water, not beer.
Yeah.
Sad.
So sad. Yeah. So, but that's part of this later monsoon. It was just a weird weather that we're having, and just having tornado warnings in general. No official touchdowns, but if you looked at some of the reports that were happening, maybe a tornado came close to touching down because the wind was strong enough to knock over these metal poles one by one, looking like Godzilla just stomped through town.
Right.
So crazy stuff.
Here it felt like monsoon got the notice too late. It's like trying to get homework in last minute.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. We forgot monsoon. Here you go.
Yeah, we got a little bit of rain. Yeah, no, we lucked out in Tucson for sure, and all it did to us is bring the temperature down 20, 30 degrees and kick off fall unofficially. So, it was so good news for us, bad news for every other part of Arizona in a way. Yeah, so it was brutal to see, but that was the top story going from the weekend. On a lighter note, we received an award, Rico.
Did we?
Yeah, so this is a trophy courtesy of the Tucson Hip Hop Awards. It's a Tucson Podcast of the Year The Beef Vegan Podcast. Yeah, it doesn't say the, it just says Beef Vegan Podcast. And shout out to DJ Jamar for putting on this award show. It was very nice. All the award recipients received a certificate honoring this said award and occasion from the mayor's office. The podcast award nominee did not, but
we're gonna do some angry tweeting.
Yeah. And there's a couple typos here. So DJ Looney was the DJ for the Tucson Hip Hop Awards. A lot of people performed on Saturday night. It was a good turnout, and it was great to see the show itself. I love the fact that Jamar is putting on this, award style show where it's a variety show of all these talents that come together and they perform all in one night. And it feels like a real award show in a way. There was break dancers, there was R&B singers, there was hip hop acts, all the way through. It was super entertaining. I say that, but when these kids were winning these awards, one thing that kind of stuck out was, for a good stretch, people would go up and accept their awards and give their acceptance speech, right? And some people took it very seriously. Like, this is the Grammys. So a lot of, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the person who made all this possible, Jesus. Jesus, thank you for this honor. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, this is cool, man. But if you're gonna ask Jesus for one thing, is this what you're cashing your chips in on? You know what I mean? So that kept happening. I'm like, oh no, these people are getting really serious on this, and I don't want to win the award right after all this, not only admiration, but declaration of there was Jesus produced this album and made this such a smash hit that the Tucson Hip Hop Awards recognized it with 72 votes. I don't know.
Maybe one of the producers was actually named Jesus. We don't know.
Oh, well, I was thinking about it, thanking Jesus for, giving me a ride here. Jesus is my Uber driver, and he took
5
the
stars,
wheel.
baby.
Yeah, he took the wheel and dropped me off here. But okay, but then I, such an honor and everything. It was very nice. So I do kind of feel like it was just kind of a way to say thank you for having Jamar and talking about the Tucson Hip Hop Awards on the podcast, which is very kind too. Kindness and favor, but at the same time, DJ Jamar goes to introduce the category and then announces it and says, I am the morning show on 92.1. Right. And so I'm like, okay, that's not the station anymore. And it hasn't been for 20 years, hasn't been for me. And then
ChatGPT got that one wrong.
Right. And then, then Looney plays Nickelback to welcome me on stage. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I even here for?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I turn to Looney. I'm like, what are you doing? You're trying to troll me, which is you're supposed to be my boy. You're supposed to be the unofficial DJ. And I get that's funny for you and funny for some. But, these kids don't know who the hell I am. And then let's say I'm here just to get one more new listener, right? To let us know what we're doing here.
Yeah.
You're representing me with Nickelback. You're saying I'm on the wrong station, and you call it the Beef Vegan Podcast. So
was it in earnest to troll, or do you think it was a legit mistake?
The Looney playing Nickelback?
Well, I mean,
he was just having fun.
Yeah.
And then and it was an honest mistake. Jamar doesn't listen to KFMA, which is fine. He's a hip hop DJ,
right?
And he recalls KFMA used to be on 92.1, and that's how that worked out. So he doesn't know that it's on 102.1. It's been on the show a couple times, and that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting every guest to be a listener, but. That was essentially the rundown of me accepting those awards, and it was
it's like an actor getting the wrong movie nomination for best actor. It's like, that's not the movie I was in, but I'll take it.
There you go.
Sure.
Exactly. That's exactly how that feeling was. And then I had to do, and then when they announced it too, with all these people in a crowd, I swear to God, nobody clapped or made any noise, so.
They had to pipe it in synthetically, a fake one.
No. That would be great if they did that, Rico. You're not getting the point. I'm on the goddamn stage. I'm hearing nothing. He says the wrong station. You know what I mean? I'm like, it was almost like a fever dream come true in a way. And so, and then I was like, all right, guys, well, I do this morning show and it's a podcast. I'm fortunate enough to get paid for this. But for 10 years, I worked for free. So just follow your dreams and you could do it too. I tried to be inspirational.
Oh, no. Woo!
Yeah, that one guy.
One clap in the back. Thanks, Larry Mack. Appreciate you.
No, yeah, he didn't go. Yeah, so that was, but it was still good. So we had another trophy. So if you're keeping tally, all right, the Tucson Weekly Awards, we weren't nominated, right? But I do have 2 awards here sitting behind me on the podcast broadcast. We got Best Radio/Podcast Host given to us by our listener, Lindsay, and then the Tucson Hip Hop Awards trophy cup to the Beef Vegan podcast on 92.1. So racking up all the dubs.
Yeah, we are, baby.
Yeah. All right, we got a great show lined up for you today. Our listener bait this week is going to be tickets for Breaking Benjamin. You're going to have your first opportunity to win those at 8 o'clock this morning, and the PBR Professional Bull Riding event that's going to be happening in December. So stick around. Your Morning Morons coming up next. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Here's the Offspring. Babuski. All right, we're back here
trophy.
live. I'll hold it up right now. Ooh, yeah, holding it down, and then I just saw an
I'm
award.
a part of that.
Yes, you are. I just actually saw an award given to David Layton, who is a historian here in Tucson.
Love that guy.
Gave me this pamphlet here, and he's a journalist too. He won an award for Arizona historian, and his award made me envious. I'm just like,
I want to win
on the
plaque.
day that I brought in this plastic gold trophy. You come in with a wooden plaque shaped like Arizona.
Right. He's like, this is Rhodesian pine.
Yeah.
It's the rarest wood you can find.
It looks so nice, man. And I had, award envy. Now, I do have some wooden plaque awards that was given to me from the Phoenix New Times back in the day, but now it's been a decade. So it's, but this award that's wooden that Lindsay made is by far the best award that I ever received. And I covet that,
Did you get the station right on there too?
She did.
Oh, look at that.
Or so check it out. It's worth pointing out again. Look at that. It even has one of these things to keep it upright. Lindsay, you are the best for many reasons. So this is Best Radio/Podcast Host presented to Beef Vegan. All right. This award goes to, oh my God, it feels like it's coming off. If somebody fucked with this, I'd be so mad. Anyways, this award goes to 102.1 KFMA host Beef Vegan. Beef Vegan presents for being the very best radio/podcast host in Tucson, Arizona.
Wow.
I know. And
that's special.
Who is that?
I mean, I don't think there's any others, actually. It's
Hey,
category
still the
of
number one.
Still counts, yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. In Tucson, Arizona, OG streamer Lindsay has ever seen.
Wow.
Yes. So it was Lindsay.
It's a one of a kind.
Yeah. Thank you for your time and dedication over the years. And I love that Lindsay gave me this.
So cute.
Yeah, and we have it, always proudly on display.
Yeah.
Right.
We walk into Frank's office like, how does he have one too?
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. Lindsay,
what? No, how dare you? Yeah.
I'm dead.
This year. So, and then Lindsay just won My Chemical Romance tickets last week too.
Oh,
so.
is that the same?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh my dude.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was an amazing phone call.
Yeah.
And so, let's see. I'm going to download this.
You make me a plaque, good things happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Was there room for you to win? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Is that biased? Well, I don't know. How many other listeners out there giving me wooden plaque awards?
Listen, I've been bullying beef for the last 3-4 years, and look where it's gotten me.
Right.
Yeah. It's got you a job.
Works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. So, but that was great. And I was still an honor to, get the votes for the Tucson Hip Hop Awards. And but Looney, I'm like, I'm not going to do your drop anymore, Looney. I mean, playing Nickelback when I walk on the stage, it's like, help me be cool. I mean, I know that's funny to you, but I didn't think it was funny at all.
What Nickelback song was it?
Like, look at this photograph or something. It was one of the lamest ones, dude. I'm just like,
that's saying a lot.
It is saying a lot. I was not happy about it.
They saw a white guy coming in for an award.
Nickelback.
Right. And, not like I don't spit bars too. And I think, yeah.
Here we go.
Whoa, come on.
Don't turn this into a song today.
I'm not turning it into a song.
I'm turning it into a
prepared
beef
for that, right? But no,
you
Rico
beefing right now?
He beefing.
beefing with my own DJ. Sucks. All right, look
Sounds like a rap song.
look how happy Yaz is, and this is why she's so happy. She's ecstatic. Check this out.
Cloud 9 right now.
Look at her run.
That's me running.
This way.
I'm in my Lightning McQueen's.
Look who it is.
My bestie. That's my best friend.
So happy.
Look at her.
You got the kissy hand.
Listen.
The twirl.
Okay, she twirled. I showed her my crotch.
She's not skipping leg day either. Damn.
She said they were hot.
She's sassy.
So good.
Leave me alone.
Let her have this.
Celebrity in the building.
Here we go. 1, 2, that.
That's how legit.
Who's jealous?
Rock
Who's
2.1 KFA. We're live on the podcast broadcast. There, we're seeing Yas completely
There's a
lose
mouse.
her ass over meeting Minnie Mouse in the building. You can join us youtube.com/beefvegan. We have a lot to cover here on the podcast broadcast, which we will get to after new music from Bush. Here's the land of milk and honey on Rock 2.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents.
Listen, I know I'm gonna get a lot of slack
Look at
for
that
being
face
like,
right
I
there.
know. That's sincere
That's
happiness.
the face. Yes.
That's
can't
real
even see
happiness.
it. So, yeah, I'm a Disney adult.
Yes,
It
you
is
are.
what it is.
Yes.
I was born into it.
Mhm.
Okay, I had no business being at Disney parks at the age of below 1.
Yes.
So that's just me. I also was like very sheltered.
Yeah.
Um,
Were you the only child?
technically yes, but no, I had an older sister.
Okay. Well, you're
Well,
like
she-
technically in Mexican standards, like I have 4 brothers and sisters,
No.
but technically an only
Well,
child.
like from my parents had kids from their previous
Oh, okay.
relationships, and then I'm the only one from
Okay.
their relationship. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but my sister's like 10 years older, so like, you know,
Yeah, you still grew up alone.
yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, Disney was everything because I grew up in a Jehovah's house.
Oh, yes, that's why.
Forbidden.
Yeah.
So you better believe if I see Santa Claus as an adult, I'm like,
Yeah.
Santa.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Now I can say what's up.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
because you couldn't before.
The
Right.
forbidden fruit.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm happy for you.
I still love the memories I have at Disneyland. There's so many good ones between me, my brother, and the family. I think one of the best memories ever is me and my brother when they had the fireworks show. What is it? Not Space Mountain, Splash Mountain. Before they transformed it,
Yeah.
they had like an open because nobody was at the ride. We're like, oh, dude,
Right.
So
During the
we
fireworks.
we did it like 5 times in a row. Just we ran back because there was like no line. We're like, this is the great. But we did the logs individually, which is creepier. It's like the worst drug trip you can imagine. By yourself on the log and having animatronics sing at you, and
Yippity-doo-dah.
Look
Well,
at me
what it
getting
used to
sad
be.
while you're telling fun like
I
Disneyland
know.
stories. I'm like, I've never been. I'm like,
You've
I wanna
never-
hear
so, like,
this,
You've
yeah.
never,
Never,
ever
ever?
been.
I think maybe when I was like too young to remember, or my parents couldn't afford it, and we went to Universal Studios instead. And then yeah, I haven't been as an adult, and I haven't been as a father. I failed as a father in that aspect.
are we taking beef?
Well,
Yes.
no, initially I wanted to, like get this like free trip. I mean, I'm not even allowed to interact with the mouse.
You're not?
No, yeah, it's almost like a restraining order set on by Disney.
What?
Yes, because my brand being associated with their brand is just, I guess, bad for business.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can bring the adult aspect of Disney. Not,
That's what I
not
say.
So much.
I said our listeners have kids. They
Right.
want to take their kids to Disneyland. That's what's good.
Listen, Beef should go in his emo costume.
What's
That's
my
how I
emo
wanted
costume?
to, like with the hair, like
The
how
hair
you're gonna
down.
dress for Halloween.
yeah, which I
That's
gotta-
how I want to take you to Disneyland.
That's the only way I'll be able to get past their facial recognition
Right,
software.
right.
Yeah, and they'll let me in.
I guess we'll have a churro.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do you
Well, no, I
want-
get emo after I spend $20 for a churro. That's
Everybody
for sure.
does,
Yes,
yep.
absolutely. I hear how
They're
outrageous
only
it is.
$6.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'll save up. I'll start saving up now.
Beefy, you want a churro? And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
God.
I mean the Rice Krispie treat, which I tried to get another one just now. Look.
Did they deny you?
Oh, yeah, well, there was a lot of kids there. Rock
Oh.
2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the air here on the podcast broadcast, talking about meeting celebrities in the building and stuff, which is good. That's part of the
Yeah.
perks of the job. Sometimes you meet a pretty big deal, and right there. Last week we were talking about your friend who was getting money for nothing. It made me think of this story because I'm like, you should offer something, like a thirst trap or something in return.
It's a
We
barter
read
society.
a bizarre story of a woman who was selling her bathwater, and there's creeps out there happily spending tons of money on bathwater.
Free market,
What?
baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a thing. So yeah, creeps will buy bathwater. Yes, pictures of feet were a thing, but not necessarily that popular anymore. You know what your friend really needs to do? Apparently start selling fingernail clippings. Oh, because that's a growing business in China. Yeah, people in China are selling their fingernail clippings online as an ingredient for traditional Chinese medicine. So it's not for sexual purposes. Yeah, you
It's
get
for, medicinal and
it's
homeopathic.
medicinal fingernail clippings.
Right.
And if you smoke enough weed, it smells medicinal too.
There's plenty in there. Trust me,
I don't
you'll
know
be
how that
fine.
works.
Well, okay, here's an example. A woman from the area was selling her fingernail clippings for about $21 for roughly 2 pounds of clippings. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to take. $21, 2 pounds of clippings. So every time you clip
You
into a
doing
bag.
hands and toes?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Does your toenails grow faster than your fingernails?
Keeping track?
Nor, I don't think so.
I mean, are those real nails anyways?
No.
Okay, so you're looking at them
I'm
like,
just chugging
No,
by.
I'm looking underneath because you could see your real nail growth underneath.
oh, okay,
So I'm
yeah.
going to tell you that when a girl has her nails done and you look underneath, you could see the actual growth, and then you'll be like, ooh.
Okay.
Zoom in.
Normally, I look for the gap between the cuticle.
So you know.
Yeah.
And she needs a fill.
Yeah.
Those aren't French tips.
Yeah, which I'm
Faker.
a massive fan of French tips. Traditionally, right? But anyways, companies say they make this medicine by using nail clippings from schools and villages, then wash, dry, and grind them into a powder that gets mixed into medicine that will eventually give you a boner. So there you go. Yeah, that's what's in those rhinos.
So I got to start saving these, huh?
Yeah, or just chew your nails.
That's what I'm
Just,
saying. I chew my
skip the
nails a lot.
source.
No middleman.
It's
Straight
like-
to the source,
if
baby.
that was the case, dude, that'd be the
Right?
cure for ED.
You just see your friend's hands. It's just bloody nubs.
No nails at all. Oh, he's just
Like,
bro,
I
you
see what
want
you're doing.
You want to get some holes? Like,
Right.
like corn on the cob, my
I got
hand, real
you.
quick. That's a thing, though. That's a
Yep.
thing. So that's a side hustle that you can get into.
Interesting.
I'll let her know.
Yeah,
I'm going Facebook Marketplace today. The best fingernails in Tucson, man. I'm chugging all the biotin and all the collagen. I got you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
You know,
Growth oils.
if there's a traditional medicine that I'm going to trust more than anything, though, it's going to be Chinese herbal medicine. They've been around so long.
For a long time, at least a couple decades.
At least since the mid 70s.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like 100%. I'm like, yeah, I'll snort that fingernail powder if that's what will get me going. You know?
I know, going to urgent care, like I can spend $500 for them to look at me, or I can go to that Chinese place and spend 20.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is why Disney doesn't like us.
I was just mentally recapping that. I was like, okay, wait a second. Now, as we recap, now,
This is
as
why
to
the
why
mouse-
Disney doesn't F with us.
This is why the mouse.
Come
said
on.
no.
We talk about people selling their fingernails, turn it into a boner pill joke, then talk about
Yeah.
eating your fingernails just to get a boner.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on.
What
Come
happened?
on.
Come on, Mickey.
What happened?
Okay, let's keep this conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We got your viral video
Before
of
we
the
get
week.
shut down.
Away
and
from
more.
the mouse.
Yeah. All right. You can join us youtube.com/bevegan or keep it right here because you got music on the way from Chevelle and Sublime on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
Okay, so how do we look at girls' nails? What do we do?
So,
Show the camera.
sir.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So these are my nails.
Right.
They're acrylic.
Yeah.
If there is a huge gap between the bottom of your nail bed
Uh-huh.
and the actual acrylic, she needs a fill.
Woo!
I got these done.
Is a straight man calling her out on that? Like, girl, you need a fill.
Yeah. I've had my guy friends tell me like, damn, Yasmin, when was the last time you got a fill? You shouldn't know that.
What?
Ah.
So these are like a week old, but underneath, I think my nails have blended in, but underneath, you're able to see the nail growth of your actual nail.
Okay.
So like, I'll show you my hands, but you can't really see it on here. The longer the nail, the longer the fake nail, the more distinguished your actual nail will be.
They would tell you have nice fingers. You could be a hand model. Huh?
Nice skinny finger.
Yeah. You could be a pianist, is what they say for
Pianist.
long as skinny fingers. But yeah, like, again, when it comes to creeps on the internet, I'm sure there's some hand content you could do, you know?
You got this. We
That was
believe
the
in
best compliment I've ever been told. Is like, you got nice hands.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right. When you were like doing news for KLD, did they ever appreciate the hands? Were you ever, did you
No.
ever display something where they show like, we need someone to hold something?
Oh
so we
yeah,
really
I
see-
did. Well, I had my food segment, so it was like a lot of using my hands, and so my nails always needed to be done.
Yeah.
So I was holding like a burrito or a taco.
Did you
or-
write that off, or did you get them to be able to pay for your nails getting done?
No, girl. I did it all for sorry.
Well, that's your problem.
That's how it is. I know. That is your problem. All right, let's talk about now. Did you guys see all the wicked news or the images that came from the monsoon that happened all over Arizona?
Yeah, everywhere
Yep.
but here.
Yeah, everybody
Right.
here. And
Tucson finally
I
gets
was
some
on
love.
Mount Lemon, dude. When it rained, and unfortunately, it rained out of Oktoberfest, which was pretty sick.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just sad horns in the mountains.
big fat raindrops hit were hitting up there, but it was great. It was a great little drive. But yeah, let's see if you saw
My sister and my nephews were doing a campus visit at ASU in the middle of the downpour. And there was a game that night too.
Oh, it's funny you say
Feels
that.
like everything was happening.
And there were people tailgating outside.
Like, screw it.
Yeah, in fact, actually, this is a grounds worker at ASU. Took a picture.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like the janitor from Harry Potter.
This is why the Cardinals had to get a dome stadium, because this was the element that the Cardinals had to deal with sometimes.
Yeah, I honestly thought they were going to cancel that game because Fox is doing like
Yeah.
big games on Fridays. I was like, this is going to get done.
Yeah.
And no, it was nothing.
Right?
It poured heavy.
Yeah, and then they always have to remind people not to cross shit like this when flash floods hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that
Not
is
smart.
really tame in comparison to some of the videos that went viral over the weekend on this. In fact, actually, and there's a woman trying to sweep away the flood. This is Arizona. That's Arizona,
Oh no.
dude. Yeah. Like, who's going to tell her?
Pobrecita.
Yeah.
She's
Shit.
trying.
Good for her.
She works hard. Yeah. Let's see.
That's wild, though.
Yeah, Pima County. Oh, look at this. Did you see this water?
Here at Camelback Mountain,
Whoa.
At least
there's a waterfall rushing down the mountain.
Oh my god.
That's Camelback Mountain, right? It was a massive waterfall, but there's a better video of that I saw that
Crazy.
showed the flood that ensued that created the river down below. This was, crashes. So this just right in the middle of the street and how deep that was just from the rainstorm.
You see the people in the canoes?
Yeah, well, those are the smart people. I don't blame them at all.
Oh, the guy with the boat. You're like, oh, you're going to Havasu again? He's like, you'll see.
You'll see.
You'll see one day.
Yeah, I pay attention to the forecast.
Mhm.
There'll be a river here shortly enough. And yeah, like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, killer
There's
waterfalls.
multiple.
Oh, yeah. Came down hard, Camelback Mountain, and terrible time to hike right there.
Wow.
Used to hike Camelback all the time. Damn.
Yep. But yeah, the globe stuff was the most heartbreaking of the imagery that I saw. And that's I'll see if I can pull some of that up here in a second as well. But basically the flash flood waters came through, the river basically went all through downtown, and it was a raging river out of control, and really damaged the historic region of Globe. You've been to Globe?
Yeah.
And drove through. It's always a great place to kind of stop by. There's been many music festivals, Miami Globe Music Festival I've been to once. Really enjoy that. So, but I got to stop everything we're saying because I can get cheap followers right now on streamboo.com.
Remove the space.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, do not click that.
I
We are
don't
not
want-
responsible for anything.
I don't want any followers. I want my followers to be the cheapest.
Yep.
Give me my cheap followers.
Give me a dime a dozen.
All right. Earlier this morning, Rico and I covered this. Check it out. Rock. Hey, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Kind of ironic that we played a little bit of System of a Down. For this, it's somewhat of a beef of the week. Our beef of the week is comedians versus each other in a way. Several big name comedians are kind of outspoken about a comedy festival that's happening in Riyadh here soon. Of course, that's Saudi Arabia, and that's a lot of money. A lot of things are happening.
Lots of money.
In Riyadh right now. And for the last, I would say half a decade, they've been really pushing towards embracing westernized culture and entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Starting really with the WWE and then transitioning to boxing, UFC, those kind of events there. And me ignorantly and optimistically think to myself, okay, this is a good way to kind of slowly start involving and embracing, human rights and loosening up the strict guidelines and moral ethic codes and laws that they've had in that region for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
More particularly towards women and, freedom of speech and those kind of American ideals, right?
Building a bridge.
Right. I don't know if that's the case, and who knows what the end game is really for the Saudi Arabian prince, and as to why they spend so much money, and it is so much money to have these events here. Now, WWE, of course, has been doing this for years, and that's why I really know a lot about that region, and it's been somewhat educational. But they spend a buttload of money to make those events happen. They just announced that they're going to be doing WrestleMania 42 there, which, yes, is a huge deal for them. Not great news for wrestling fans or the wrestlers alike, because there's a lot of people that are conflicted based off of political reasons to even be in that region to perform. But with the amount of money that they're spending and their employer, they're just like, well, I got to do it because, I have to. There's not an option. Right now,
which is okay because they took over that golf league too, right?
Well, no, they started their own golf league.
They started their own golf league.
Yeah, which honestly was supposed to overtake the PGA. The PGA is still doing fine though.
Sure.
All right, so this is different though, because when it comes to the comedy festival, every comedian acts as like an independent contractor. They're a business in themselves, right? So what they do with their business and where they book in, they don't have to necessarily answer to like a corporate overlord. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the Riyadh Comedy Festival kicked off this past weekend in Saudi Arabia, and they paid huge money to get some of the biggest names in stand-up. Some of those names include Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Louis C.K., Aziz Ansari, and Pete Davidson. Right. But not everybody was included in this. Some people turned it down outright and are being very outspoken about it. And that's where the beef of the week comes into play. Shane Gillis is one of those comedians who turned down a significant bad to play there. And he said,
they wouldn't let him drink Bud Light on stage?
No, well, you know what? Probably not. But no, he said he took a principled stand.
Yeah.
You don't 9/11 your friends, right? Mark Maron has been outspoken against it. He said, how do you even promote that? From the folks that brought you 9/11, 2 weeks of laughter in the desert. Don't miss it, right? So a lot of people, of course, attribute 9/11 to the Saudi Arabia, not necessarily Iraq or even Afghanistan, right? And if you really think of it, if you put your conspiracy theorist hat on, who benefited the most financially from 9/11 in the long term? Like the Saudi Arabia we see today is not the Saudi Arabia we knew in the year 2000.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Toby Keith. Never mind.
All right. I don't know where to go from that. All right. So Mark Maron also said, the same guy that's going to pay them is the same guy that paid the Bonesaw Kasagi and put him in an effing suitcase. So don't let that stop the yucks. It's going to be a good time, man.
Oh,
so yeah, he's been super outspoken, but Maron, to his own credit, did admit that he didn't even get invited. So,
well, there's that.
Yeah, he said it's kind of easy for me to take the high road on this one. Easy to maintain your integrity when no one's offering you to buy out. But you know who did attempt to take the buyout was comedian Tim Dillon. Now he agreed to do a set when they offered him $375,000 just to do a comedy set. This is why they're doing it. They're like, it's insane money just for one night only, all expenses paid. So
he's like, you're absolutely right. I'll take that.
Right.
Hell yes.
From a business perspective, and you're like, okay, yeah, and you'll allow me to say whatever I want. Well, I mean, it does come with a caveat. Now, Tim Dillon did get uninvited after the Saudis heard him say this joke. And he goes on to say, so what if they have slaves? They're paying me enough to look the other way. And that's when the Saudis are like,
that's totally his thing.
Yeah. They're like,
so funny.
No, we're going to have to, if we let you do your set, we would have to kill you. You would end up in a suitcase.
We do not talk about this.
Yeah, we do not talk about this. So that's another thing. You think any of these comedians over the weekend, I haven't heard no reports of anyone towing that line or crossing that line.
Well, I think that's probably the key thing we're missing here is the fact they can go there and probably, skirt that edge a little bit. Be a little risque.
Well, in a way, I mean, that is, at least there's a conversation that is a step towards those freedoms. So again, I want to think optimistically on this. I want to think that the Prince of Saudi Arabia is like, hey, we are, too strict in our regime. We want to, we love some of these values that the Americans have. And maybe we could get there halfway, a little compromise, a little bit of free speech, a little less murdering our opposition. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, that'll be the factor to pay attention to see if they actually criticize all that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well, yeah. And we'll see, how many of the comedians come home safely from this gig. There was a comedian, Atsuko. Do you know who this person is? Well, they turned down the gig, posted a list of subjects that the comedians are not allowed to touch on. So, they got offered the gig, turned it down, and said, this is the list of rules that you can't say. And basically, the gist of it is you can't say Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I want to talk about a couple things real quick. I'll show you a little bit of, look at this. This is Globe, right? And this water's right up basically to the window of the car. And that was the type of river that decimated Globe right now. Yeah, I never seen water that high. I didn't go through so rapidly here in Arizona. And that was also the weekend where we had, a tornado warning, a couple tornadoes forming, no touchdowns, but winds got up to like 65 miles an hour. And this is all right before October. Normally monsoon is like the beginning of September, end of August, right? So we got a late monsoon and it's like late and hardcore.
It's like saving up for it.
Yeah, pretty much. Hopefully that's the end of it, but we'll see. Only time will be able to tell. All right, now are you caught up on Peacemaker yet?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I want to talk about this.
Are we talking about this?
Well, I'm talking about this because this is relevant. So, Peacemaker. Now, spoiler alert: if you're not watching Peacemaker,
and you should be on top of it by now.
Should I leave the room?
No, you stay right here. So, it's a great show, and there's a plot twist that happened in the last episode that showed the Peacemaker, the alternate universe that he was living in, was actually one that is not as great that he thought. It was not all that it was cracked up to be, and it turned out it was a world where the Nazis kind of won and took over. Well, based off of this, though, what's odd is that Fortnite, the game, that pulled the Peacemaker emote from the game once it was revealed what the plot twist was in Peacemaker, right? So that's the emote. It's Peaceful Hips is what it was called.
Yeah.
Right? And so they had this in the game as part of like a cross promotion. People were getting it, and it's John Cena's character as Peacemaker just doing his little dance, which is fine. But then once it was revealed that he was in a world with Nazis, then Fortnite's like, no, I'm out, right? And then pulled out from the, having this as available option, which seems like an overreaction, right?
It is.
Does. Yeah. It's not within context.
I wasn't expecting. I didn't know that was the reason why they pulled it.
That's the reason why. They said it in a statement too. That's
I'm
exactly
upset.
Yeah. The reason why they pulled this Fortnite is because the potential Nazi imagery of the dance.
So you cancel Peacemaker, but you don't cancel Adidas.
There you go.
You really want to get into it?
Yeah, you bring that back. Well, is Adidas available in Fortnite?
No.
Okay. Well, it's Fortnite that's doing
available globally.
A lot of those characters are wearing Hugo Boss,
right?
So
yeah. Now I'm looking at the emote dance. Nothing about it seems anything that would be like Nazi related. Obviously,
yeah, I don't remember seeing any rally with that dance.
Does this and this?
He's doing the funky chicken.
Yeah, what is that? I mean, when you go like
look
that,
at the symbol.
Oh
this
yeah,
this.
I see.
Oh,
now I see it. All right, good point.
So this Peaceful Hips is in being racist the whole time?
I think that's looking too much into it.
That was the first thing I saw.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta question myself and my character when I don't see these things. You know what I mean?
You're so blindsided.
I'm blind. Like I'm racist blind.
Yeah.
I'm racism blind. Where I'm like, wow, what's the problem here? He's just waving aggressively, guys. Boop, boop, boop. No, that's not cool at all. Yeah, so
that sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought there was rallies where Hitler did a lot of hip thrusting and I missed out on.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks because they still have the Family Guy characters and everything in there, and they do a lot of connection to everything.
Right. Yeah. Now, look, at least I got backup here. Yeah, the Nazi guy does. Lindsay doesn't see it either, and so. And that's all I got. Just Lindsay. But that's okay. That's it. I got one person back.
Lindsay doesn't count.
I just can't wait till they cancel Fortnite for building walls for being Trump supporters.
Hey, look at you already going.
Too much building.
Too much building going on.
We have
He said, build
ESPN's
that wall.
Justin Spears joining us in studio, and he was giving me grief for not following up on women's sports. But I am a huge advocate of women's sports, and I thought you were going to come in this morning tooting horns of celebration that
Mercury,
my second favorite team of all time, the
you
Phoenix
can't stop
Mercury,
talking about it.
Yeah, is in the WNBA Finals against the Las Vegas Aces.
Stuttering is working.
Every text I get from Beef's like, "Did you catch the Mercury game last night?"
Yeah, dude, every time.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Sold out.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't even think they're playing against the Aces.
Oh, damn it.
I'm pretty sure they're playing against
Yes.
like the Liberty or the Indiana
The New
Fever.
York. Well, I mean, you're the
No,
ESPN
well,
guy.
that's what was on here.
Yeah, they gotta figure out their opponent.
So what happened to Indiana? I mean, I only know about the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. Now, she's been injured for the rest of the season, but I heard Indiana was doing better without her because they were a more cohesive unit. But they are obviously the WNBA darlings in a way when it comes to the crossover potential and appeal of pop culture. But yeah, they ended up being eliminated in the playoffs.
Yes. So no, right now, okay, they could face the Aces. Sorry, I thought it was New York. So it's Indiana versus Vegas right now.
Oh no, Indiana's going to make it. And honestly, I think for the best thing for the WNBA is for Indiana versus the Mercury, and then the Mercury to upset Indiana.
Yeah.
That would be ideal for me being an Arizona boy who represents Arizona Heart.
No, what they want is they want the Aces to get back in it because they have Asia Wilson, who is the WNBA MVP. She's one of the better players.
The best.
Okay.
She's a star. So if you want to get a superstar in the finals, getting her there would be ideal because Caitlin Clark's out.
Oh, yeah.
Right? She's been dealing with injuries. They've been bitten by the injury bug all year long.
Right. It's a
And
rough
so-
game. Who on the Mercury is making like a name for themselves?
See, that's the thing is like, do you even know who the Mercury's best player is, Beef?
No.
Yeah. So
All of them equally.
Do you know who the Mercury is?
Deanna, tiramisu. That's who I remember.
Oh, yeah, she's
Diana
great.
Girl,
Taurasi.
she retired.
She had a good run.
Tiramisu.
Deanna
Retired.
Tiramisu. So yeah, she retired last year.
Mhm.
So this is actually their first year without her.
And they make it to the finals.
And Brittany
Boom.
Griner.
Oh,
And
yeah.
no
And
Brittany
Brittany
Griner
Griner.
either.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they lost BG, they lost Diana Taurasi.
Damn.
And so they have this star player. Her name is Alyssa Thomas. And fun fact about her, so she's a triple-double machine. She has 40% of the triple-doubles in WNBA history.
Oh, wow.
40%.
Damn.
Wow. We always do great at getting great
Isn't that
players
crazy?
as the Mercury, right? You know, I assume because it seems like that, you know. So yeah, that is huge. That's a huge stat. I mean, any guy in the NBA, if they had that number or stat, then they would be called the GOAT. They'd be in consideration for being better than Michael.
I just saw
having
this.
that.
I saw this TikTok of this guy. He's like, this is going to be me in 2067 when I'm super old.
Mhm.
He's like, he averaged a triple-double for 2 seasons. Don't ever call him Westbrook again.
Yeah.
Talking about Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
And that's totally going to be me when I'm older.
Yes, I know it is. I know it is. Hey, what happened to our U of A Wildcats this weekend when it comes to football?
They went directly into the cyclone, man.
Yeah.
Got swallowed up out there in Ames, Iowa. It was,
Hey, but you know what? Justin had a good time.
Yeah, you went there. I saw you eat a
Yeah.
whole
Mhm.
pig there in the tailgate.
yeah.
But
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
So what's the takeaway from this game? Was there any positives that we could take from that, or was it just a one-sided whooping where it exposed the team for maybe how good they are not, or you know where
It
are we
was-
at?
Honestly, man, don't push the panic button. I know Arizona fans are going to look at it like, oh, man, they got their ass kicked by 25 points. They ran into a really good team. Like
Yeah.
Iowa State, honestly,
They're
like,
ranked.
they're
Yeah.
ranked. They're the highest ranked team in the Big 12. They
Okay.
were in the Big 12 championship last year, and they played against ASU.
Right.
And they're super well coached, and they're built like a Big 10 team. So their bread and butter are the tight ends. Like they have a dude that's like 6'7", 260 pounds, just a big dude. They also have an offensive tackle that's like 6'9", 350.
Yeah.
Like these are some big boys, some
Mhm.
cornbread,
Corn-fed.
corn-fed,
Corn-fed.
milk white boys
Yeah.
in Ames, Iowa. But they're built like a Big 10 team, very physical. Their quarterback, Rocco Becht, very much like Brock Purdy, plays with a lot of moxie.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything that's super flashy, but they don't really make a lot of mistakes. And Arizona, I think they just got pushed around. Special teams was also a big issue. They had a lot of issues in the first quarter, and then the game just kind of went off the rails. So,
Okay.
so
But-
don't push the panic button. This is a really good team.
Yeah, well, and, you know, it's a good learning experience as well. You learn more from your losses than you do your wins. So hopefully, you know, the boys learn a lot and come back strong next week. But we'll talk about that as we get closer to the weekend. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. You can join us, youtube.com/vegan. Music on the way from System of a Down on Rock 102.1 KFMA. You know, speaking of getting old, right, and being the old version of yourself, this is one of the reasons why I like AI. Because we talked about John Cena in a way with Peacemaker, so professional wrestling and all
Great show,
kinds.
by the way.
Yeah, it kind of ties together. Look at this. This is my AI video of the week here. It's wrestlers, imagining wrestlers elderly. right? Starting off with The Rock.
He's already looking like that.
He's getting there.
So cute.
He's adorable Rock, right? And so let's see some of these wrestlers here in action.
Oh my.
Why is he
goodness.
sad?
He's not. He's
Brock.
proud. John
Oh
Cena.
my god.
Oh, that's so weird.
Imagine if you had Grandpa Cena. There's Triple H.
I think that's my favorite.
Goldberg.
No, that's my favorite.
I'll spear you.
Yeah, Goldberg looks like that now. Undertaker.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he found
Who's
Jesus.
the guy from Scary Movie?
HBK.
My germs.
HBK wishes he has hair like that.
Oh.
Roman Reigns.
That's Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Would you milk
Stone
me?
Cold, Stone Cold, Stone Cold.
Oh my.
That's not a can.
With a root beer.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our AI video of the week there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good
adorable.
stuff.
Who's one they missed you'd like to see?
I mean, they got all the goats, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, and a lot of them are getting so old that you kind of see it. So
Yeah.
none of it really even shocked me, to be honest with you. Even Stone Cold, he's almost there. It's so crazy that we're at that point now where
Dude, so we did our high school football player of the week last week, player from Desert View.
Yeah.
And he's a sophomore, right? And he said that he was born in 2009.
Yeah.
And that that sent me down a dark path, man.
It's that gif of the Saving Private Ryan when he ages his face.
Yeah,
You're just like,
dude.
oh, I'm old.
Yeah.
I felt like an
That's-
unk.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I feel about my nephews. They were born my senior year of high school.
Right.
And they're going to be 16. They're 16, 17.
Wow.
Every time I
Damn.
check IDs, people come through with the 1900s age. Like, yep, we're all born in the 20th century.
That's right.
I'm a 1900s guy.
Yeah, but now, I mean, you have so many 2000s that could roll through, which is got to be
I
a
gotta
trip
do
to
double
see.
take.
Makes
Yeah.
me sick.
Big time. I know.
You guys were born when I was listening to crunk music.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. man.
Wait, when
Little
were
John
you
was
born?
becoming a thing.
I was born in 95.
Oh.
I was born during the OJ trial.
Yeah, I was fucking in 95. 95 was a good
Literally,
year
as
for me.
Cochran was doing the glove thing, that's when he came out. Like, whoop.
No, 95 was a good year for me. That was I was 15 years old, 15 going into 16. It was my most adventurous, debaucherous year. Just getting crazy. So, yeah, I remember that well. In 2009, I mean, what were you doing in 2009? Were you working at the Improv then, Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely there.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the prime era
Listen to
for
Lil
comedians,
Wayne.
man.
I was in college.
Yeah.
College.
Up in NAU.
I was still here.
Oh, okay.
I did Pima Community College so I could avoid all those loans, and then I transferred.
Smart woman. Yep, my daughter's doing that same path right now, which is fantastic. All right, let me talk about this real quick. He can't keep getting away with it, right? That's what I think when I see this story. I immediately think about that Breaking Bad scene. That's so,
Jesse.
can't keep getting away with it. The he in question is Scooter Braun. Scooter Braun.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was this guy who is got to be one of the world's luckiest men. He's pretty smart as well. I will give him that. He discovered Justin Bieber, right, and was managing Justin Bieber. He was also vilified for buying Taylor Swift's catalog
Oh, yeah.
out from
Right.
underneath her, and then she then re-recorded
Bought it back.
everything to be like, fuck you, Scooter Braun. You think that's a low where Scooter Braun's not going to be able to recover from that.
That's a good power move, though, for her.
Yeah.
Like,
Scooter
damn.
Braun officially confirms that he is dating Sydney Sweeney.
Oh,
What?
thanks
Yes.
for confirming that.
Yes. As they hold hands with her parents, as friends say they are serious.
No, I really don't like this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like this guy
He
at all.
can't keep getting away with it.
No.
He basically stole Taylor's entire catalog and basically enslaved Justin Bieber until he had a mental breakdown. They gave him the Diddy and said, yeah, bang him while I make money off of Diddy. That's what Scooter Braun did. Now he has Sydney Sweeney.
I'm taking
What?
back my American Eagle jeans.
Where's this rage coming from?
Sydney Sweeney's
Because
boobs.
Beef had a chance. Yes.
I did have a chance.
You had a
did?
chance?
He had
Yes.
a chance.
You should have seen the email thread he kept sending.
Yeah, I was one of the first publicly to be on the Sydney Sweeney bandwagon. And it's way
Before
before
Euphoria?
No, it was Euphoria. It was Euphoria did it.
He got the airbrushed, what is it? The Pima County Fair shirt of her.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the one with all her pictures on it?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's not a okay. Yeah.
And also photoshopped one of prom pic, me and her, right?
Yep.
With her beautiful
Oh, you
Down
can tell
syndrome
what
eyes.
AI
Huh?
AI making
She has
out.
them, but they're adorable. It's her genes. But
Her jeans are great.
yeah. And she might be missing half of one, but it doesn't matter. She's beautiful in so many ways. Best boobs
Like
in
she's
Hollywood.
beautiful.
Yeah. Like I said, from episode 1, Euphoria, I was like, there's a girl. It's breaking out there. Yeah, that has
Talent.
You sound like Chris Collinsworth. Now here's a guy.
Here's a girl
that you can build your team around day in, day out.
Yeah.
Gets the job done. Wow.
Yeah, they built a
Sydney
franchise.
Sweeney.
Wow.
They built a franchise around those breasts. You know, in fact, that's the only reason why they renewed Euphoria for season 3. A lot of people think it jumped the shark, but as long as those boobs are still attached to the project,
Right.
they're going to keep cranking out Euphoria.
Now here's some tits.
Yeah,
What Patrick Mahomes is to Chris Collinsworth is what Sydney Sweeney is to Beef.
yeah. Sitting there, we're
Perfect.
like, it's gonna
Yep.
spray to the left, to the right. Oh, all right, so yeah, that's it's pretty intriguing. You kind of surprised by that, or not surprised? I mean,
No.
when
I
it
thought
comes,
she had better taste.
yeah, I mean, she was.
Wasn't she with the Top Gun guy for a while?
No, those were just rumors.
They were rumors. They had a
What
thing.
Top Gun
No,
guy?
because they
the,
were
the jerk, the blonde guy.
Powell?
Yeah, Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Well,
Glenn Powell.
they did Anyone But You? That
Yeah,
movie?
yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
No,
which is a
they,
good movie.
They were never. That was never a thing. They just looked like they were a thing, but they weren't a thing.
Okay, it was a little
'Cause
PR
Good to
stuff.
know.
Yeah,
She's a phony. Good to know.
I think he's in a relationship with somebody.
Right. You know, Dubs said Sydney Sweeney is like a 4 on a good day.
Damn.
She's not that pretty. You're looking at her face, Dubs. Don't do that.
You're looking at her in the eyes.
Yeah. See her in Euphoria, and in certain scenes of Euphoria, you're like, I get it. I get the appeal.
Or White Lotus.
White Lotus was good too. You know, she didn't get naked in that, but it's okay. You know,
You know, I saw her do an interview where she said she had her whole family watch Euphoria,
okay.
including the scenes where she was undressed.
Mm.
Her dad was in the room. Her grandma was in the room. Her family was in the room. Her dad had to leave the room. And
Yep.
it's like, why wouldn't you inform your family? Like, this is the one where I get naked. We sure you want to watch
Yeah.
this one?
Yeah.
This is
What a
this
weirdo.
is the scene where I'm crying while I get banged against the bathroom wall. Hold my hand, Daddy. No, get out of here, dude.
No.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it's you know, it's very good. But you know what? It actually makes you respect her as an actress. She's very poignant and powerful in the performance. It's
All
believable. I mean it. I'm beyond the
You
nudity.
believe she's naked.
Beyond the nudity. I believe she's naked, but no, I believe the emotion. I believe the tears that ran down her face and slowly dripped across her busty
Bosom.
front. Yeah,
A glistening bosom.
he can't keep getting away with it.
No,
though.
Scooter's a douche.
Yeah, this is the guy that literally ruined Justin Bieber's life. So
Yeah.
does that mean you get one of Hollywood's A-listers? No, you should not.
What if he
Maybe.
convinces Sydney Sweeney to get a breast reduction?
She had
He-
back
then a real
problems,
viewing.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Be living up to that villain status.
Yep.
You know, he's a good guy. Or you know, he's a good guy. Selena Gomez. You know, her,
Oh my gosh, she just got married.
yeah, her marrying Benny Blanco is the best thing ever because this gives every ugly guy out there hope. Because let's be
Let's
honest,
go, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
he also has money.
of course he does, and that's the goal.
Benny Paycheck?
It's like, look, dude. Genetically speaking, we keep talking about genetics. If you got beat with the ugly stick, but then you're a massive sweetheart, you focus on your talent and you become wildly successful, then you could marry a Selena Gomez superstar.
I respect him in the sense where, like, when they went in to do interviews and stuff and they asked him about his relationship, he was like, all you have to do is listen to your partner. Like, I
Yeah.
know everything about her because I just listen to her and she tells me what she wants and I just apply it.
Yep.
Because it's not that hard.
And I'm rich.
Yep. Oh yeah, that too.
But,
Yeah.
but they're also in the same industry.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So that's what makes it easier too.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I'm keeping. I keep wearing down Justin Spears. He's in radio broadcasting. I listen to him and his needs and stuff. Eventually, we'll get there.
Mhm.
You know.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I do need that interview with Dan Soder, though.
Oh, you want that? You know what? I'll email that
Ooh.
right now. Because I do want Dan to come in on Friday. We'll see. That'd be nice.
What?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Well,
I got a key fob now, so
I know. You just show up.
You saw Minnie already. Now you're gonna be like, yeah, you're not as cool as Minnie.
jam-packed week.
Yeah, jam-packed
Jam-packed
week.
week.
We start off with Minnie Mouse. We end up with Dan Soder.
Right.
Dan Soder this Friday at the Rialto Theater. Get those tickets if you haven't already. We don't want this show to undersell. We want it to sell out for Dan. And there'll be a lot of radio heads at that show as well. So I got to keep reminding myself that's what I'm doing on Friday night. Are you going to the show as well?
I want to. I'd love to.
I mean,
Love
we
to
should
go.
we should pitch in. We'll look at tickets. I'm sure they're not that much. I'll talk to some people
So
too.
funny.
I
love
know
that guy.
he's hilarious.
His Macho
my
Man
favorite.
Randy Savage
He's the
impression
best.
is on
Number one.
point.
Yeah.
I have never heard any anyone do a better
Yeah.
Macho Man than him.
Yeah.
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 A lot of people credit him as the best Macho Man
Mhm.
impersonator, which is in the world of a billion Macho Man impersonators, that is the highest
He
compliment.
nails the nuances so well.
Yeah.
That's
He
ridiculous.
said Macho Man, when he talks in that low voice, it's like a dad who's yelling at his son, but he's not trying to embarrass him in front of his friends. He's like,
Yeah.
told
So
you
true.
to pick up your toys. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like in public.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll tell your mother about this later.
Yeah, nailed it. So yeah, we'll be reaching out to Dan's team, and the offer still stands as to, like if he wants to come in because he loves KFMA so much, just where he cut his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So
crazy.
so to give the opportunity to be like, hey, run it back, and if you come back, we'll even do like a takeover. I didn't even pitch this to Mac. I'm just like, hey, this is happening. So we could make Razor take the day off and have you do the show. Is that for you, man?
He talks about KFMA on his show a lot on his podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Like he was talking about KFMA Day. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Mhm.
So they had this big thing called KFMA Day where we brought out all these
I did
bands,
see that clip.
and his co-host was like, wait, shut up. A radio station in Tucson does not do that. And it's like, no,
No, we did.
KFMA,
Yeah, it's
we
big.
did that back in the day, man.
Right.
It's
That's
like,
badass.
I mean, you'd be currently right, asshole, but like, yeah.
If he does come in, can I come and organize all of this you got going
No,
on?
keep it rough and tumble. He'll like it.
You don't like the mess?
I don't.
Okay, so do I have to
The
clean it?
OCD in me wants to.
like Febreze in here.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
know what? I'll clean up. I'll go through some stuff and clean it up, but we'll leave the bottles of liquor, okay?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, what would you take? I mean, there's some stuff that's
I'm
straight
not
up
saying.
trash.
Well, yeah, just throw the trash away.
Okay.
There's no trash over there, though.
Thanks,
No, over
Justin.
there.
I appreciate that. Where? Oh, in Rico's
there.
corner.
And right
Yeah,
there.
Rico, clean your shit up, man.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Yeah, this is
Right there.
technically your corner one day a week. So on Mondays,
My bad.
you set the tone. You know what I mean?
This is true.
If you clean
And
it
I
on a
don't
Monday,
te-
it's clean all the way to Friday.
And I
Uh-huh.
don't touch anything because I don't know what's Rico's and what's not.
Well, if it looks like trash and smells like trash, it's probably trash. You can throw it away.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Did he actually host a show like his own, or was he like
He was weekends.
weekends? Okay.
Yeah. And then they would do like
So
stuff.
it'd be so rad if he was able to take over.
Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. I mean, yeah, he'd easily be. We're talking about Dan Soder.
Mhm.
Dan Soder is performing at the Rialto Theater this Friday. Dan Soder is a hilarious comedian, actor. You know him from like Billions or whatever. You know, he's all over the place, and he does great online. Whenever I post a clip or even our interview or conversation that we had with Dan on our YouTube page, is getting tons of views just because it has the name Dan Soder. Considering he has such deep roots and love for Tucson and KFMA, it would be a shame if he came back to town and we did not sell out the Rialto Theater. So if you're looking for a good time on Friday night, Rialto Theater, Dan Soder, that's the way to go.
Legit one of the funniest guys I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
guaranteed going to be a hilarious show. Now, hopefully, we can get Dan in on Friday. I don't know what his schedule's like. I don't know if I get him in the morning, maybe in the afternoon. If it's in the afternoon, we could do some kind of takeover. But yes, he used to do weekends here on KFMA back in the early aughts. And that's where he also started doing stand-up comedy. And he was basically one of like part-timers is what he was. He was young. He was still going to U of A. So he was a student. And Chris Ego was the program director at the time, gave him a shot, and they always loved him. It was a wild time back then. And I really miss, hearing those stories of radio back then at its like literal heyday
Oh,
and
yeah.
peak, because it's not like that now, because obviously the industry's changed, the budget has changed. A lot of people are getting overpaid for doing very little, and it's very opposite now. Justice Spears and I get paid very little, do a whole lot. You know what I mean? And so does Yas and Rico. So yeah, the roles have reversed, but we still try to capture that essence on our show and keep the party going. That's why we're like a melting pot of sorts, and bring everyone in on the fun, because that's the radio that I fell in love with. And that's the radio that, Dan Soder fell in love with as well. And he's continued that career in doing radio his entire time. He was doing stand-up, but then he was doing a show on Sirius XM. So he worked for basically the biggest radio provider in the nation for over a decade. And now he's doing podcasting. Again, it's just radio. In most cases, it's lazy radio, it's amateur radio, but not when it comes to Dan Soder. It's professional radio done by a professional, done by one of the funniest guys in the industry, and also one of the nicest too. So Dan Soder, this Friday, I show him all the love for free because he deserves it. So let's welcome him home with open arms, pack that show out, and have a good time.
Oh yeah.
And that's your beef tip for today. All right. With that said, we have a whole great show a whole week of great shows and giving out tickets for Breaking Ben and PBR all week long. But that's all the time we have for the show today. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. We got more KFMA music on the way. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later. I forgot my outro song, but that's all right. I had to go on a tangent. We had to sell some tickets, guys.
Wow.
Sell some tickets
Doing
for
it
Dan
right.
Soder. And now I'm going to go email Dan Soder before Justice Spears beats me because he's threatening violence against me if I don't email Dan Soder.
I saw
Don't
the
do
text.
it, Spears.
Don't do it.
I saw the text you just sent. You like you're gonna be banned from all the Mercury games if you don't do this for me.
Yeah.
If you don't do this for me, you're banned.
I will long stop football into your eye hole.